Hey guys, I am very excited for today's video because I'm gonna talk about one of my favorite hobbies, Netflix. So today I'm gonna recommend you 10 Netflix shows. I also have 5 honorable mentions because I'm extra, so it's kind of like 15. These shows aren't necessarily the best ones you can find on Netflix. I picked these because maybe they deserve like more attention. Anyways, without further ado, let's get started. So the first one on my list is Good Girls. It is 3 moms, pretty different people, but they're friends and they get involved in some like robbery thing, I think, the first season, and then some more serious stuff in the second season. I really like the vibe of this show. Like, it's really funny and the characters are so like good. Yeah, I did like that show. The next on my list is Dynasty. I love Dynasty. I've waited for the 3rd season so long now, and this is so stupid. I don't know why they do this, but it is a Netflix original show. But then the 3rd season got aired on American TV for a while before it got released like just a few days ago, I think, which is super weird. But now all the 3 seasons are out there. I don't know, I haven't finished the 3rd season yet, so I don't know if it's gonna be a 4th. And I actually found out that this show is based on another show which was called Dynasty, with like the same characters and everything from like when my parents were young. Anyways, so Dynasty is about like the Carrington family, a really rich family, so there's like family drama, rich people drama. It's like a bit funny, it's a bit dramatic, and it's just, yeah, I love this show. I watched the first episode because I saw the main character was Elizabeth Gillies, which, if you don't know, played Jade West in Victoria, so obviously that's another reason to watch it. Ooh, the next one, so good. Literally one of the best shows I watched. So the show is Kalief, I don't know. It is Swedish. Because I'm Norwegian, I usually don't support Swedish stuff, but I couldn't make this video without mentioning this. It is about like the Muslim culture, I guess, in Sweden and Syria, I guess, kind of. Well, it's like 3 different stories about 2 of them are in Sweden and the one in Syria, but she is like Swedish, and in the end they all kind of come together. I don't know too much about it to like say, oh, that's how it is and stuff, but just really interesting, and I think it was a really well produced show, and I just couldn't like put it away. I had to watch the entire thing in a day or 2. And even though it is Swedish, there are English subtitles, or you can also have it English dubbed. It was just so good. And I really hope there will be a season 2, even though I don't know what that will be about. I mean, yes. Okay, the next one here I feel kind of basic about saying, but when I watched this, I was basically the only one. I mean, not the only one, but I was one of the first one to watch it, I think. But then it went, you know, a week or 2, and like this has just blown up. So if you don't know what I'm talking about Outer Banks. This has like kind of been the quarantine show, and like everyone is talking about this now, so I probably shouldn't have this in this video because everyone knows about it, but if you haven't watched it, you should definitely go watch it. It's about some teens living in Outer Banks. That setting is literally what my dream to grow up would be, like on the beach, surfing, being on boats all the time, like going to this beach high school. Like, I'm just sitting jealous watching this entire show. But anyways, I got a hair in my mouth. The teens get involved in some like treasure hunt, and the whole thing is kind of unrealistic, but it's still too good not to be watched. So if you haven't watched it, you should watch it because TikTok is all about this apparently now. Also, the main character, John B. Yeah, just watch it. Next up is Dead to Me. I watched the first season and I thought it was good, but then I thought I was the only one who watched it because I didn't hear like anything about this show at all. But then I see like on Netflix, 2nd season of Dead to Me is out, and I was like, oh my gosh, that was probably not my reaction. So this show is about 2 ladies getting like best friends, but then some secrets happens and kind of mess with their lives. I honestly don't remember 1st season that well, but her husband died. I don't want to spoil too much, but you should definitely give it a try. I thought it was really good. I really liked the characters, and it was just like I really did like the story. And how the 2nd season ended, I would guess that it most probably will be a 3rd season, so I'm excited for that. The next one I get kind of emotional talking about because it is Scream, and this is like exactly my type of show. It's like horror, crime, and high school drama. Oh, so good. Basically, there's kind of like a killer around in town, killing a new person every episode. And then there's like one main character, kind of. It's been so long, so I can't really remember what she had to do with the murder, but I just like watched all the trailers before I made this video. I'm pretty sure like the murderer stalks her, kind of, but never kills her. Oh. I mean, that's not a spoiler. So the murder in the first season gets revealed, and then it's a second season with a new murderer, but there is 2 seasons, and I was like researching the crap out of my head for the 3rd season, and I think it said like it's gonna be a 3rd season but not with the same characters of some weird reason, but then the 3rd season never came, so I'm really upset because I loved this show and I wanted it to be more, but it's not. So it's not like the best show I have ever watched, but it's really good, and if you're not into horror or crime, it's probably not the best fit for you, but I think you should give it a try. The next one I'm kind of embarrassed but not really to say is The Circle USA. It is a reality show that I have like never ever seen a similar concept to, which was really cool. I think it is 8 people at a time live alone in an apartment. It must be so boring. I don't know what they do all day. So they're alone in an apartment trying to win the show, and they win the show by getting people to like them. So they create like a social media account on the TV with the other contestants that they don't know who are, but like they all kind of get to know each other on the screen and have like chats and stuff. But some of these people are catfishes, so they pretend to like be someone else, and like, I don't know why. It was just so addicting. I watched the entire thing from like Sunday afternoon to Monday like early evening. I was just so addicted, and apparently I like reality shows more than I think I would like to admit, because I've been watching a lot of reality shows lately. So yeah, this was just like a really cool concept, and I love the people, and it's so funny when you know like who the catfishes are, but they don't. Also, they are completely alone. It's like cameras in the room, and they have to like speak their thoughts out loud to no one but to the cameras. Yeah, I don't know how well I'll do. Oh my gosh, imagine if The Circle came to Norway. I would definitely be on that. Oh my gosh, I would so be on that. Yeah, anyways, that is The Circle, and it was just so good. And I thought the trailer was really weird, but I just got addicted like that. It was not healthy, so you should go watch it. Next up is Working Moms. It was also so good. I just finished the 4th season, and Catherine Reitman, the producer and one of the actors, so talented. So it is a lot of working moms, I guess, and just dealing with their job and their kids and their like everyday life, I guess. It's a really funny and like vibrant show. I obviously can't really relate to all the mom stuff, but I still just really like the show, and it's, yeah, a lot of fun. Then I'm about to talk about another reality show. So I actually just finished watching this. I've been watching so much lately. It is not healthy. So like, okay, I'm gonna talk about this. I watch a lot of shows in my life, like a ton. But then I was an exchange year this school year, and I didn't really watch anything. Like, I think it was a good, like really good detox for me, kind of. But now I'm back, and I don't do school, I don't do work, I don't do a crap. So it's been a lot of Netflix. Show I was talking about, I gotta remember this. I'm gonna train my brain. Selling Sunset. Okay, another reality show. Did I say that? I remember seeing the intro when this got out, but I never started watching it because I didn't thought it looked interesting. Obviously, they show a lot of beautiful houses in LA. Oh my gosh, But they mainly follow these real estate agents in the Oppenheim Group, which is apparently a really famous like real estate agency in LA. So I guess it's like the mix of LA views, expensive houses I can never afford, and beautiful overdramatic ladies that makes this show really addicting. But it was really addicting. When I finished the 1st season, apparently the 2nd season came out like 2 days later, so perfect timing, and they did tease for a 3rd season in the end of 2nd season, so excited. So I'm mentioning this because, as I said, I didn't get caught off by the trailer, but now that I watched the entire thing, I think really you should give it a shot. So The Lost of Top 10 is the only one who is not a Netflix original, but I just really wanted to put it here.
How to get away with murder.
Few of my friends have watched this, but not everyone, and I think that everyone should watch it because I really like it. It is basically about a lot of law students getting involved in a murder with their law teacher, and then they have to deal with being a law student, which is pretty stressful, and being like traumatized by a murder they have to get away with. Though that's only the 1st season. I think it's 4 seasons, and I have to admit, I think somewhere in the 2nd season I just fell off, like I stopped watching it, but then like a long while later I started watching it again, and then I just loved it. it and watched the entire thing. So this is definitely not the best show I watched, and there's like a lot of dark shows you can watch instead of this. I don't know why I like all this dark stuff. I'm not a psychopath, I promise. But it's pretty good, and I like the characters, and there are twists. Like the main characters doesn't necessarily stay alive. But obviously I'm going to talk about the 5 honorable mentions. I'm not going to talk a lot about them, but I'm going to talk a little bit about them. So first one is Northern Rescue, and this is also like a show I didn't hear anyone talk about, and I'm pretty sure it's not coming in other seasons, which I was kind of surprised about because I thought this would be like a fitting show for like mostly everyone. But it is basically like a family moving, their mom dies and they're moving into like a sea museum or something, and a penguin shows up, whatever. There's some family drama, and one of them work in like this rescue things with the rescue people. It wasn't like super good, but it was definitely a really cute and just like feel good show. The next one is Afterlife, and the only reason I put this here is because I know so many like critiques and everything love this, but I personally was never into this. Too sad and boring for me, and like even the filter just made it a lot worse. But apparently I'm pretty alone with that opinion, so like I've just seen so many good critiques about this, so maybe this is a show for you. It was not for me, but I just put it here because I know this may fit for a lot of people. So next one is Trinkets, and I did not expect this to have a second season, but I just saw it is gonna be the last season in 2020. It is 3 girls who become friends because they steal and stuff. Pretty weird show, but I mean I liked it. I watched the entire thing. Fourth honorable mention is The Society. This, I really did like this show. It's gonna be a second season of this too, so I'm excited for that, and I'm definitely gonna watch it. But this didn't make the top 10 list because it's just too unrealistic to me to be like fully into it. The whole school grade are like leaving for some trip, but then they come back and like no one is in the town. Pretty weird, but really interesting too. Last honorable mention, last show I'm gonna talk about in this video is Gossip Girl. I feel like I couldn't make this video without mentioning this. Rich kids, New York, high school. That's a good mix. I don't know, I just feel like if you are a teen girl, you have to watch this. I mean, you don't have to, you can be whoever you want, but I really recommend this show. So that's all the shows that I was gonna talk about today. Obviously, there's so much on Netflix. A lot of good shows I love that I didn't mention. But I try to take some shows that maybe not everyone has heard of, because I feel like Stranger Things you would have heard of at some point. So if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and I have like 15 seconds left on my memory card, so yeah, I'm just gonna say bye.